Hey everyone! A huge, enthusiastic welcome to all of our K through 8 Summer Academy teachers and staff joining us. We are so incredibly glad you're here. You are quite literally on the front lines shaping these young minds, and the work you do with these children is just nothing short of incredible. Today, we've put together a really special explainer designed entirely for you. Think of this as your essential guide to building a classroom culture for our youth that is empowering, resilient, and absolutely transformative.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We're going to hit 4 main stops. First, the STREAMS ecosystem. Second, defining restorative practices. Third, powering social-emotional learning. And finally, classroom application strategies.
So, kicking things off with Section 1, the STREAMS ecosystem.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty of your daily classroom routines, we really need to take a step back and understand the macro vision of this academy. We share a massive, inspiring goal here. Our mission is equipping youth and transforming our communities, guiding these children all the way from cradle to corporate. When you think about the complete pipeline, this network is built to support young people from the early explorers in pre-K, nurturing them as they grow, all the way to becoming engineering entrepreneurs in high school. As Summer Academy staff, your specific role right in the middle is this absolutely critical link in a lifelong continuum of support. You aren't just teaching a summer class, you are laying the foundation for generational wealth and community leadership. And this brilliantly illustrates how you fit into the picture. Right in the heart of that giant ecosystem is your home base, the Streams Build Lab. This encompasses all our kindergarten through 8th grade students, and this phase, well, it's all about early exposure and discovery. Just think about what these kids are doing. Hands-on projects, intricate design challenges, maker activities. They're learning teamwork, problem solving, and they're even doing community service. This is the exact moment where a child's natural, messy curiosity transforms into foundational life skills. Literally, every time they work together to build a model or solve a puzzle, they are flexing the critical thinking muscles they're going to use for the rest of their lives. Moving right along to Section 2, defining restorative practices. Now, to make all those high-energy maker activities and collaborative projects actually work without total chaos, we need the right classroom culture. Because, let's be real, you simply cannot have deep collaboration without deep respect. Restorative practice isn't just some trendy education buzzword. It's a highly effective 2-part system. First off, it's a proactive framework for building community among the children. You do this before anything even goes wrong to establish rock-solid trust. Second, it's a responsive framework for addressing challenging behavior. When conflicts happen, and come on, with kids navigating these big emotions, they for sure will happen, we don't just default to handing out punishments. Instead, we focus on authentic dialogue. We actively repair the harm that was done, and we work diligently to rebuild those relationships.
So, what does this actually look like in practice? Let's contrast it with the old way of doing things. Traditional discipline is, well, it's usually pretty punitive, rule-focused, and highly exclusionary. Think about it. Sending a kid out to the hallway or the principal's office. It literally separates them from their peers. Restorative practices, on the flip side, are repair-oriented, relationship-focused, and, crucially, they are inclusionary. This directly aligns with our Stacy's Promise pillar of equity. By using restorative methods, we are removing barriers to learning instead of creating new ones. We keep the children in the community circle. We keep them learning together, making sure that one mistake doesn't cost them their vital place in the classroom.
Which brings us to Section 3, powering social-emotional learning. Let's break down how these restorative methods directly generate the social-emotional growth that our K-8 students desperately need to succeed. It's really a direct cause and effect. There is a clear link between the restorative actions you take and the outcomes you see in the youth. When you use effective statements, which is basically just telling a student how their actions made you feel, you immediately increase their self-awareness. When you hold restorative circles with the kids sitting face to face, you are actively strengthening their empathy because they're hearing each other's genuine perspectives. Guiding them through collaborative problem-solving builds resilient relationship skills. And actively walking them through harm repair conversations, that teaches responsible decision-making. These social-emotional outcomes are the exact mental tools they need for the intense teamwork in the Streams Build Lab. Actually, scratch that. I want to pause right here and emphasize something absolutely critical. Social-emotional learning and restorative practices, they are not an add-on. They aren't something separate from the academics. They are the absolute foundation that allows students to succeed across the entire STEAMS curriculum. Whether these kids are hypothesizing in science, coding in technology, analyzing in reading, building in engineering, creating in arts, calculating in mathematics, or engaging in service,
They have to have those core relationship skills to collaborate effectively. The culture enables the curriculum. Without the ability to communicate and resolve conflict, a group engineering project is just going to fall apart. The social skills literally unlock the academic potential.
All right, heading into section 4, classroom application strategies.
So the crucial point is, how do you actually implement this on, say, a random Tuesday morning when the kids are just buzzing with energy? Well, one of the most powerful tools you'll use every single day is the restorative circle. Here is your chronological game plan. Step 1. Set the tone and expectations. Create a safe, calm space for the students. Step 2. Use a physical talking piece that gets passed around. Whoever holds it, speaks, everyone else listens. This is amazing because it ensures equity. Every single child's voice gets heard, even the quiet ones. Step 3. Ask open-ended affective questions. Don't just ask what happened, but ask, how did that make you feel? And Step 4. Guide shared reflection. This whole process ties beautifully back to our pillar of servant leadership, serving others, modeling listening, and strengthening our community of children from the ground up. As we bring all of this together, I really want to remind you that every technique, every circle, and every project we do rests on the bedrock of the Stacy's Promise model. These 6 foundation pillars have to guide every interaction you have with the children. Faith, being grounded in purpose and driven by a genuine love for our youth. Equity, actively removing barriers so every child has a path forward. Excellence, maintaining incredibly high expectations because we know exactly what these kids are capable of. Servant leadership, creating lasting change by showing the students how to serve each other. Innovation, showing our youth they have literally limitless potential to solve tomorrow's problems. And finally, accountability, being data-driven and transparent in how we support their growth. If you root your classroom in these 6 pillars, utilizing restorative practices is going to feel completely natural.
So there you have it. You have the framework. You've got the practical restorative tools. You understand the profound lifelong impact of the STREAMS ecosystem and just how crucial social-emotional learning is to these kids' futures. You hold the power to shape not just a summer, but an entire lifetime. So I'll leave you with this final provocative thought to take into your classrooms. When those students walk through your door, how will you build our ecosystem today?